have been looking at it since we got here. My worry is how people manage such vehicles and where they buy genuine parts from.
I'm sure there's nowhere else apart from Shuma Auto Parts. They are the only supplier of genuine Ford and Mazda parts, which comes straight from the manufacturer. They have everything in stock for both latest and ordinary Mazda and Ford. They also stock service parts such as diesel filters, aircon filters, diesel pumps, steering pumps, turbochargers, engine overhaul gaskets, suspension parts, and body parts. If they don't have parts you're looking for, they can order within 5 to 10 working days. To top it up, Shuma Auto Parts also supply Maxxis tires and CST tires.
Really? But where are they found?
They are found on Chandram Sonda Road, Cruiser Auto Workshop in Lusaka. Call on 0979 192057 and 0960 747235. Email shumaautoparts@gmail.com. Shuma Auto Parts for all your genuine vehicle parts.
The happy world of 5FM radio station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make global village.
Good evening. This is the 5FM main news. The headlines. Government clarifies that the issuance of NRCs is not meant to rig elections. 62 suspected illegal immigrants apprehended. Reina dismisses Trump running mate Islamist UK claim. This news bulletin is also streaming live on the 5FM Facebook page and YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, Hebet Tavi. The Ministry of Home Affairs and Internal Security has strongly stated that at no point is the exercise of National Registration Cards NRC's issuance meant to rig elections. This follows insinuations coming from some sections of society and individuals regarding the stepped-up issuance of NRCs in provinces as being a preparation for rigging the 2026 general elections. Ministry Permanent Secretary Joseph Sakafumba says the Department of National Registration, Passport and Citizenship has a mandate to issue NRCs to all eligible citizens as provided for in the National Registration Act, Cap 126 of the laws of Zambia. It says that the issuance of NRCs should not only be associated with elections. Mr. Akafumba says the NRC is a document of national identity required to access several social services such as employment, opening of a bank account, to mention but a few. He says, therefore, insinuating that the United for National Development, UPND government, is preparing to rig the 2026 general elections on account of the stepped-up issuance of NRCs is not only unfounded but mischievous and an alarming statement. The Department of Immigration between 12th and 15th July 2024 apprehended 62 suspected illegal immigrants in 3 separate operations carried out in Lusaka, Chipata, and Katete. 31 were apprehended on 15th July 2024 during an operation which covered Lusaka's Middle West, Garden House, Mumbwa Road, and Kanyama. Confirming the Development Department Public Relations Officer Namati Shinka says those nabbed included 20 Burundians, 8 Congolese, 2 Egyptians, and 1 Tanzanian. Mr. Shinka says 17 Malawians were apprehended on the 14th of July 2024 in Chipata's East Rise during an operation conducted in conjunction with other security wings, while 14 other Malawians were on the same day apprehended for illegal entry by the Katete Immigration Office. He explains that the 14 Malawians were nabbed at an immigration checkpoint along the Great Easter Road aboard different public service buses after they failed to produce travel documents.
17 Malawans were apprehended on 14th July 2024 in Chipata's East Rise during an operation conducted in conjunction with other security wings, while 14 other Malawans were on the same day apprehended legal entry by the Katete Immigration Office. The 14 Malawans were nabbed at an immigration checkpoint along the Great East Road aboard different public service buses after they failed to produce travel documents.
A 28-year-old man of Foxdale, Kasisi Ina Lusaka, has been crushed inside the block-making machine he was cleaning. The incident happened on July 15th, 2024, around 10:30 hours at Sibo Block Making Factory in Minwood, Kwamwena area. Deputy Police Public Relations Officer Danny Mwale says preliminary investigations revealed that Movin Tembo, who worked as a general worker at the factory, was inside the block mixing machine at a time when there was no power supply. Mr. Mwale says it is alleged that the fatal incident occurred when electricity supply was restored while the victim was inside, resulting in him being crushed. He says his remains were retrieved from the machine by police and fire brigade officers. Mr. Mwale says the remains are in the University Teaching Hospital mortuary awaiting post-mortem. The Zambia Law Development Commission says government has placed economic transformation and job creation at the top of its agenda in the 8th National Development Plan. The Zambia Law Development Commission Director Hope Chanda says the plan aims to expand economic and political power, promote redistribution and equality, and focus on human aspects to meet basic needs and promote human rights. Mrs. Chanda says the 8th National Development Plan's economic transformation agenda is supported by 3 strategic development areas: human and social development, environmental sustainability, and good governance environment. And the plan also emphasizes the importance of citizen participation in both the development and implementation of the plan. She says the Zambia Law Development have identified the gaps in the legal framework that needs to be addressed to achieve the objectives of the 8th National Development Plan, and the Commission hopes that recommendations will enhance the implementation of the plan and lead to transformed livelihoods for all citizens. World Skills Zambia is scouting for 100 million kwacha to successfully host the World Skills Africa competition to be held in Livingstone in April 2025. In 2022, Zambia won the bid to host the World Skills Africa competition, which will see 1,500 participants from across Africa attending the event, which will be hosted at the Livingstone Institute of Business and Engineering Studies, LIBES, next year. The Technical Education, Vocational and Entrepreneurship Training Authority, TEVETA, which is under the Ministry of Technology and Science, houses the World Skills Zambia Secretariat. Technology and Science Minister Felix Mutati has asked the private sector to partner with World Skills Zambia is the 100 million kwacha needed to host the continental event. Mutati says President Hakainde Hichilema has been recognized as a champion in skills development, and it will be befitting to successfully host the event in the country. Speaking at a media breakfast in Osaka this morning, Mr. Mutati also asked industry players to offer internships and attachments for Zambian youths who will participate in the World Skills Africa competition.
be able to create that ticket menu. Unless Mark opens the door and says, come and do it on a practical basis so that that thing that he gets there and he takes it into class. That will mix onion, tomatoes, and a bit of water. That is the only impact. But also for our students to be attached. Let their fingers get wet. That's the only way we're going to produce euphrasia. Without that, it won't happen. So we have an opportunity that we're given this World Skills Africa to host. But in order for us to host, is that we have the equivalent of you people who watch football, the Euro 2024.
And immediate past president of the Engineering Institution of Zambia, Ebo Ngandu, says that the private sector must work with government to ensure that Zambian participants for the World Skills Africa competition are well mentored.
At the moment, we are churning out a lot of graduates, but unfortunately, they are very enthusiastic, but they don't have opportunities. I think the minister will talk more of that. But I just want to tell you to say, skills create value. If you have skills at an individual level, it can bring you a lot of money and can also give you just personal satisfaction. I'll quote even Elon Musk. Elon Musk actually does not just recruit you because you've got masters or PhDs and all that. Elon Musk talks about skills development and the importance of skills.
Meanwhile, project manager for the World Skills Africa organizing team, Precious Lisulo, says hosting the World Skills Africa competition will raise Zambia's profile. 20 skills will be competed for at the World Skills Africa competition, and Zambia has confirmed a participation in all the categories. In other news trending this evening, the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, has registered 8,012 voters in the month of June 2024, out of which 4,324 are male, while 3,688 are female. The National Pension Scheme Authority, NAPSA, says it will provide 200 million United States dollars in debt of the total $400 million estimated cost for the construction of the Mamba Phase 2 project. Up next, business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
In business news, the Regional Director for Southern and East Africa at Consumer Unit and Trust Society, CATS, Sajiv Nia, has emphasized the importance of promoting domestic manufacturing to reduce dependency on imports at the 2024 Zambia Economic Summit. The summit, organized by the Economics Association of Zambia, EAZ, is scheduled to take place in Osaka from 25th to 26th July 2024. Mr. Ania highlighted that the manufacturing sector plays a vital role in the economic growth of many developing economies and urged Zambia to prioritize the sector as part of its growth agenda. He acknowledged the potential of the manufacturing sector, but pointed out challenges such as logistics, high business costs, and expenses related to fuel, electricity, and financing, which have hindered its growth. Mr. Nia further noted that as a landlocked developing country, Zambia faces significant challenges and emphasized the need for strategic focus to transition to a developed nation. He stressed the importance of increasing domestic manufacturing to reduce costs for consumers. Ends the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
In foreign news, UK Deputy Prime Minister has dismissed a comments by Donald Trump's running mate for US vice presidency that UK under Labour might be the first truly Islamist country with nuclear weapons. J.D. Vance, the Ohio senator chosen as Mr. Trump's vice presidential candidate on Monday night, made the comments while at the National Conservatism Conference in Washington, D.C. last week. The 39-year-old said, and we quote, he was beating up on the UK and had discussed with a friend what is the first truly Islamist country to get a nuclear weapon, then joked maybe it's Iran, maybe Pakistan, kind of accounts, and then we sort of decided maybe it's actually the UK since Labour has just took over, end of quote. In sports news, the 2024-2025 Carling Black Label Samuel Zumundrovu Charity Shield has been officially launched in Osaka and will involve 2 matches preceding the new season for the first time in the competition's history. In the men's category, 2024 MTN Super League champions Red Arrows will face Absa Cup runners-up Kabwe Warriors on 10th August at 15 hours in the traditional curtain raiser to the 2024-2025 football season at Levi Manawasa Stadium in Andola. In the lunchtime kickoff, as Women's Super League champions Green Buffaloes will face National League champions Choma Warriors Academy in a move that supports and highlights the growth and potential of women's football in Zambia. Speaking at the launch of the competition, Zambian Breweries head of marketing Thelma Kaonga disclosed that over 600,000 kwacha has been pumped in the shield. That includes 200,000 kwacha in prize money and 125,000 kwacha in sports kit. We now have the evening weather report. Stay tuned.
Class Econ Roofing Africa.
Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
The evening will be clear, windy at times, and mild to cool. Ends the evening with a report.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa.
Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
That item brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, a recap of the top stories. Government clarifies that the issuance of NRCs is not meant to rig elections. 62 suspected illegal immigrants apprehended. UK Deputy Prime Minister Rayner dismisses a Trump running mate Islamist UK claim. For more news, follow us on Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the Happy Hour of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. I'm Herbert Mutabi.